postponing of the Toph fight. That made me kind of disappointed, and I was watching this episode at first and I was like, I do not get this at all. Why did they just skip over that intense build-up that they were setting on this episode that was gonna come out today? So I was really upset, and I went on YouTube and I watched Sora's review, and he left a link in his description that was like an explanation for this video, and I'll leave his video and the explanation in the doodly-doo below. And literally the explanation, it's a Tumblr post, and it just talked about how there were budget cuts with Nickelodeon, and they said they didn't have enough money to finish season 4 or something like that. So they either had to fire people or make this filler episode. And I'm glad they made this filler episode instead, because those people that they would have fired, they were like good people and this was their job, this was their career, and they didn't deserve to get fired. So understanding that made this episode more tolerable to me. It was funny how everyone was like looking back on things, and especially in the Mako and Varric or Bullen flashback parts, there was a lot of making fun of the whole show itself with all the seasons. So that was pretty funny. I liked how Wu was calling Mako out on literally his bullshit with Korra and Asami in the past. So, and then Mako's like, yeah, I really messed up, so it was nice to see him admit that. Korra's section was a little more serious than the other two because it talked about how she looked at all her enemies as defeat, 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 and she just like couldn't go through that again, and she was like, wow, I really am useless. And then Asami's like, oh no, Korra, you're great because you did this, this, and this. And then Tenzin, he's like, yeah, Korra, you did this, this, and this too. And they were just helping her change her perspective on things because she was like so set in her thought that it's nice when you have people to tell you that, hey, look at it this way instead. That was nice, and I'm glad that Korra has people like that to help her and be there for her. So with the Varric and Bolin section, I thought it was funny how they were the three-way call with Zahir, Vatu, and Amon. They were like pictures, and they had phones, and they were just like talking to each other, and then Unalak, he like butts in, he's like, hey guys. So that part was really weird. I was like looking at that and I was like, this is so weird right now. And even with Bolin too, he understood that he messed up with being on Kavira's side, and then he messed up with Opal, so good learning on his part. Then Varric's quite the storyteller with the fairy dust and stars. So I was mad at this episode at first, but then I kind of understood, and then it kind of was funny, and I don't know, that's how I think about this episode. I'm not gonna yeah. So just tell me what you thought. If you did think anything, give this a thumbs up if you liked it, and thank you for watching. I know this is gonna be long, or really, I don't know, just thank you. Bye.